In the beginning of this week, and technically speaking, the beginning of next week, the fan-made rule of spirits deconfirming characters was officially broken by the introduction, well, the reveal of this week and then tomorrow, the day after this goes up, hopefully, at least the day of this being recorded, a character will be coming in and being playable in Super Smash Bros. In the form of Min Min, who used to be a spirit, breaking the fan-made rules that spirits couldn't be characters, and after a year and a half finally it's broken. It's great. But there was another thing that was very interesting during that direct. Outside of the confirmation that we most already knew that spirits meant jack and shit, we also got the technical confirmation that spirits battles will be changed going forth if a character receives either a Mii costume, and you purchase the Mii costume, or a character gets, we're assuming the character gets revealed when released. So basically the Min Min fight probably will be changed to have Min Min being the playable character instead of whomever it was. And I thought, why not take a look at the spirit list that we had of spirits that were released up until, say, June this year. Not because I think all the other characters are deconfirmed because they were spirits, but because I think like if they were going to save them, I think that if we're going to release them, I think they would have saved the spirit events for the DLC, especially if they figure out later on. But also because like Astro Chain and Ring Fit Adventure probably weren't going to get DLC anyway because they were yet to prove itself, and Sakurai likes to let characters and franchises prove themselves before putting them into Smash. But anyway, I'm the Legend of DS, and let's look at some characters that could be playable as DLC that are also spirits right now. I have a list about 16 of them, so I wanted to go over some of them. So let's start with the spirits. Basically, they're all from different franchises. So let's go over some of them, obviously 16. Not all of them will get an in-depth look at or how they could work or will they be or why they won't. It will mostly be why we could see them, but why probably won't. Okay, so first we have like 5 characters from the Mario universe, being King Boo, Pauline, Paper Mario, Geno, and Fawful. Those are the 5 I went through all the list until like June of the ones that released. And I want to see like which ones could be. So these are 5 from the Mario series, which each one of them could be in logistically. Mario is celebrating the 35th anniversary, and any of them logistically could come out as a DLC. For example, Paper Mario would be, I would say, the perfect representative for the, RPG series from Mario, or the spin-offs, because, it's Mario in paper form, obviously. Duh, it's in the name. Pauline comes from Super Mario Odyssey, the most popular 3D Mario, and a popular character from that game at that. Would make sense and could happen. The thing is, would be with her moveset, what could they do? But hey, they've made movesets with less. She could bring in either rhythm-based or a music style attack. Then obviously King Boo, we just had Luigi's Mansion, where he's the main villain. Could be interesting to play around. Geno and Fawful would be the oddballs on here, with the fact that both of them are from Mario RPG games. Both of them I've seen requested. Geno more often than not. But out of these 5, could any of them be DLC? I would say 2 of them or 3. King Boo because villain and just had a game come out. Paper Mario because the game's coming out. This is the Mario 35th anniversary, and allegedly Nintendo is or was planning big things for the 35th anniversary, so I could see that. And obviously we have to talk about Geno, which a lot of people will say, oh, absolutely, he should, he will. But here's the thing, I've thought about this over the last few months, and I will no longer say Geno is coming. Because I feel like we've been doing this song and dance for way too long. I'll believe in Geno when I sees it. Because you can say like, oh, it's absolutely happening. But like we've been saying that for 4 years or longer. Like I remember being throughout the Smash 4 hype cycle. After Mega Man, people were like, they're going to do it. They're going to actually include Geno. And nothing in the base roster. They're doing DLC. The Smash Bout is a thing. Finally, they're doing Geno. And then he was a Mii costume. And then we move on to Smash Ultimate. We see Ridley. Holy fuck, dude. They might actually do it. And we hear, wait a minute, the ballot played a part. And then fucking King K. Rool is included, and it's like, oh, it's done deal. He's coming in. He's gonna be base roster, and then he was not in the base roster. Then we hear 5, count them, 5 DLC characters, and everybody's like, okay, we have a chance. And boom, E3 last year, Banjo-Kazooie. We have the 3. We had the trilogy. We have the 3 possibly most requested characters throughout the years coming to Smash Brothers. Are they finally doing? It's done. Geno is a thing that's gonna be coming in. It's a thing of beauty, and then it didn't happen. I mean, this time we didn't even have a Mii costume. We don't even know where he is. Is it possible he will be a character? Sure. But I believe it when I sees it, and I'm never again touching the fact that Geno is coming to Smash, because like it's been too long. And this is it's all coming together every single time, and it doesn't happen. Does it mean it will not happen eventually? I don't fucking know. I don't work for Nintendo. I don't work for Sakurai. I don't know. But it's we've been through this song and dance too many times where we fixate on Geno happening and nothing happens. He's coming now, and there he goes. Okay, Rool and Ridley are in, so that means he's coming. Well, nope. Well, Banjo-Kazooie got in, so that probably means that we're finally gonna see. No, and it's gone. Now there's still 5 spots. Well, that's the spots left, so maybe. Then I'm gonna lump these 3 together, these 3 spirits, talking about them, and Dixie Kong, Impa, and Bandana Waddle Dee. Although, here's the thing, all 3 of them kind of should already be in the game. Dixie Kong is a final member of the DK crew we need, and the only character I feel like it's really missing from the DK reps. After that, you could legit just be like, call it quits on the Donkey Kong franchise. You already have basically the characters that matter. Impa basically, not to the same degree, but Impa should be in the game again. Even if it was an echo for Sheik, she should have been in the game, or even like completely replacing Sheik at one point. But like it's DLC, I don't see it. A lot of Zelda characters have been snuffed out, and I just included Impa here because as a whole thing for Zelda. I will believe in a Zelda character, but I don't think we'll get any, because like no character in Smash outside of Sheik from the Zelda franchise has only appeared in one game. Everybody else has appeared in multiple ones. So Sheik is the only one. It's the odd man out basically. Until Hyrule Warriors, it was the odd man out. But hey, when Melee was a thing, it was an interesting gimmick. So yeah. And Bandana Waddle Dee, people have been regressing it for a while. I can see him as a base roster. I don't see him very much as a playable character. Then I just wanted to join these 2 here as well in Ray, MK3, and Karate Joe. Mostly because I don't see either of them, and I wanted to put Karate Joe instead of the Chorus Kids here to talk about the Spirits thing, because a lot of people would say like maybe would probably bring this up now that Spirits are broken, the rules are broken. We can see either one of these 2. I don't see it, honestly, and the reason I have Karate Joe over Chorus Kids because I don't believe for a second that Chorus Kids were ever the planned character for Smash. Oh, but Kamatsu Leaker said it. Yeah, but Kamatsu Leaker was nothing. I honestly never believed in it. It felt like too... How should I put this? It was a safe leak with one big crazy character, and you might say, but that doesn't that mean it was correct because it got the Wii Fit trainer correct? Isn't that insane? How would you call that? I'm saying it doesn't matter if you can call it or not. In hindsight, it made sense, and we know Sakurai likes to do the WTF character. Had he like, but also like he missed, what was it? He said Chrome wasn't in. He didn't say not Lucina. He didn't say outside of Lucina and Robin. He didn't say. He also said. It didn't say Rosalina, and I'm pretty sure he said enjoy Shulk when the travel was for the for Robin and Lucina, implying that he would still be involved or knowing something about it, and proving to me if that was the case, it proves that it wasn't real. And the thing that people were just going in like finding like, oh, there was a symbol or whatever. I think it was a symbol for the Rhythm Heaven in. Smash Tour, not Tour. What was the name of the 3DS one? Smash Run, Smash Run. So maybe it was, the plan was to have them and then they cut. I don't believe it for a second. Yeah, then you have the four Xenoblade reps, four Xenoblade possible reps, I should say, in Fiora, Melia, Elma, and Rex. Now, you might say, why do you think Xenoblade characters coming in? Well, mostly because A, Definitive Edition just came out. B, Rex already missed the roster by that much. So I could definitely see any of these characters coming in. Well, except maybe Elma, because like right now she's shoved to the back. Elma's another one, going back to the Twin Tail thing, that kind of annoys me, that a lot of people that never played Xenoblade Chronicles X want her in just because she's a black woman. And even annoys me even more is people that say that she then shouldn't be in because of spoilers, and very badly told spoilers, to the point of borderline lying and kinda racists, to just point it out, because they confuse one thing with another. Actually, one big thing with another, which is, to me, it's insane. I've played Xenoblade Chronicles X, I've seen the ending, I know exactly what they're referring to, and their mind is super racist. I'm just gonna say that out, super racist. Because if you know the ending of X, you know the thing, and you know that thing would have something completely different involving. So it's I cannot really discuss it without spoiling X. Unless X2 gets announced, then we can freely talk probably about that spoiler. And I've just got an email about wait, what? Okay, Bravely Default 2 or Bravely Second re-entered the UK sales market by re-entering at number 2. Like, yo, what the fuck? For the 3DS, what the fuck made that happen? Bravely Second is not, Bravely Default 2 is not even out. What the? That's a twist and a half. Who would have thought? And yeah, so Alma is way in the back. Rex missed the cutoff date by a little bit. Now, why do I have Rex, Fiora, and Melia? Well, here's the thing. After what we saw with Mr. Sakurai and Min Min, I can see Rex doing not the Rex and Pyra stupidity that I've seen online. Because a lot of people say like Rex and Pyra with Mithra, where you, in the game, you interchange between Pyra and Mithra, which makes no sense, because although you could do that in a definitive, or not definitive, in 2, they don't really change your moveset. Rex is exactly the same guy when you're playing with Pyra as you're playing with Mithra. The moveset doesn't change, your arts keep the same. Now you change your special arts, sure, your level 1, level 2, 3, and 4 are all different depending if you're playing Pyra or Mithra. But the moveset, the rest of the tool, the rest of the kit doesn't. So why exactly are we counting the idea of Rex bringing in Pyra and Mithra to be interchangeable? They're not. What they're going to most likely do is bring in Rex with Pyra / Mithra as a costume change, not a character swap, plus 2 other blades. If I was a betting boy, I would say the second one would be Rook, because Rex only really gets 2 mandatory blades that I can think of, if I'm not mistaken, which would be would be Rook, which is the second blade we get, and then it will be Spoiler N. Will be N. I'll just call it Spoiler N, which is another blade that you get, which will be a spoiler, but I mean, it's not like Sakurai gives a fuck about spoilers. He revealed, if you play Ultimate, you know who Metal Face is in Definitive Edition. You know what 7 is, so yeah. But that's why I'm a believer that either Fiora or Melia could join in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's roster as DLC, because I couldn't see them trying to push Xenoblade. It feels like Xenoblade might just be Nintendo's next big pushed franchise, and Xenoblade has limitless potential for characters. I have already discussed some of them, but I like, you could, not now, not for the DLC, but when Rex gets in, you could add in Malos. Before I thought of maybe as an Echo for Shulk, but then I realized, no, he plays different for Shulk. He doesn't have Backslash, he doesn't have Air Slash, he doesn't have all the other moves. He has Monado, but that's about it. So you could be an Echo, not an Echo, a semi-clone where he uses the Monado, but everything else is different. For Shulk Monado, for Shulk Echo, we could legit have Elvis or Dunban play that role. Elvis can use the Monado just fine, and Dunban could legit just be a Pichu situation. Um, and then obviously, if Rex came in and it was Rex with Pyra and two other blades, Mithra not included, we could have the Mithra and Minoth combination from Xenoblade Chronicles Torn at the Golden Country, or even if they were in, you could have another three setter because of a different mechanics, and I think Sakurai would love to do those things of having Laura, Jin, and Hayes, which would be a very interesting one because all three of them would play differently from one another, which would be cool to see, an actual gameplay mechanic of like interchangeable characters on the full array that play vastly different. I mean, that again, we're technically speaking have that as Pokemon trainers, so Xenoblade could have that, but right now I'm willing to think like Rex, if he does come in with the three blades, which most likely will happen, that's how Min Man is being portrayed. It's not just Min Man with the dragon arm and another arm, no, it's Min Man and dragon arm plus two others that you can interchange. I could see them doing the exact same thing for Rex as like Rex with three blades, not just Rex and Pyra and Mithra, which again was a dumb idea from the beginning. So if that proves to be too much work, both Fiora and Melia are very good characters to put up front. Both of them are very liked characters within the Xenoblade fandom. And both of them can act as faces alongside Shulk for Xenoblade Chronicles 1 with, and even the whole franchise. Fiora was with Shulk in the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 challenge mode, and Melia just got her own future prologue saga in Chronicles Definitive Edition in Future Connected, so both of them could work. So yeah, in this case, it's one of those like I'm pretty sure Pokemon and Xenoblade are going to get a new character. I don't know who exactly from Pokemon, could be from Gen 8, but I could definitely see a Xenoblade character. Obviously, it's speculation. I cannot say for sure they're going to happen, but I have a gut feeling something tells me, especially even as not as a punch, as like a cementing of the character, and the fact that marketing for the game to the franchise that just had a brand new game release, and it's one that Nintendo might be staking their claim as like a big deal for them. And finally, I included two third-party ones that I think have as much chance as one another. And one I think it will be cool because it will be the first indie rep, and the other one will also be cool because it will be the first one not to have like any strings attached for the Western character. But one of them I think is a red herring, given everything that has happened so far. The other one may be a red herring so far too, which would be Rayman and Shantae. Both of them great characters. Both of them would make sense for Smash. Both of them have great history with Nintendo, and both of them are liked. Nintendo has good relationships with both companies. But the reason I say red herring is for Rayman, we saw Altair and we saw the rabbits coming in as costumes, but not Rayman. And with Shantae, it could also be a red herring that we haven't seen her costume yet, especially with Min Min, because we all thought that we have seen costumes for Mii's that come from indies. We saw Cuphead and we saw Sans. Both of them coming with a song. What we didn't see with Min Min was exactly that. There was no indie character. There was no premium costume. We had the costume that was a surprising one in Vault Boy from the Fallout series, but we haven't seen Shantae yet. That's why I'm thinking that both of these, although I think both of them could be the character, both of them could also be red herrings as we haven't seen them, so maybe they're a part of the game as playable fighters. It's very much of a Chrome situation because Robin, we didn't see Robin's Final Smash until the game dropped, and Robin's Final Smash was unchanged, with Chrome being a part of it. If we had all seen it, we would have all believed that Chrome was not a part of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because he was a part of the Final Smash. Same thing happened, technically speaking, in the reverse, when we saw Chrome and we all thought, oh, Robin's getting a new Final Smash, and then what Robin get? Nothing. The Final Smash was completely untouched. So it was a weird one. And I think this one right now, it feels like very similar, as in a red herring, as that they haven't happened yet. We had we had costumes based from Ubisoft, but Rayman mysteriously was absent. And then Shantae, we have seen premium costumes from indies, and the one indie that is already, one of the indies already is in Smash, and one of the indies that's the biggest, most well-known indie on Nintendo platforms is mysteriously absent. It's a weird one, I will say that much. It's a weird one, that's why I'm putting them here. There are weird possibilities that could happen. Most likely I would like to see either one of them, if not both. But then the roster, for me, out of all of these ones that I talked about, I could see, I'm gonna say it, although I'll see it when I believes it. In Geno, I could see Paper Mario, Rex, Melia, or Fiora. One of these three, not all three, but one of these three. Rayman and Shantae all coming in as new fighters, especially because all of them make sense logically. Even Rex, that was a character, although you could say with Rex, the game was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. God, time goes by so fast. But he was a plan from the beginning, or was Sakurai wanted him in and he couldn't. And I don't know, it's just speculation. So tell me in the comment section if there were any spirits that I missed that you think could be an, oh yeah, I should bring up Resident Evil. The reason I didn't count is again because of all the things. I don't think they would do it. I'm not saying they won't happen. I just think that it would be weird for them to do a spirit event with Resident Evil and then include Resident Evil. You know what I mean? Okay. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tell me in the comment section which spirit could you see coming into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as DLC. Do any of the ones that I mentioned here tickle your fancy, or do you think some other ones that we have seen as of right now? Also, prediction time also for tomorrow's Min release. We haven't seen her spirits. I'm calling it that probably we're going to be seeing Helix, which kind of think will be Mewtwo as the playable fighter for Helix's boss or Helix's battle. I think Helix is not a thingy spirit yet. I think Dr. Coil will be one, which she probably will be played by Samus. I could see Mass Brass, which would be weird, but kind of DK, maybe? Mizango, I have no idea who would it be. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I've been Banjo of the S, and I'll see you guys next time.